The pick by you like AJ. I need to know if you the baseline was in the lowest standards. Mean a pole or get picked with 144 like Shador Sanders. Ain't
Anyway, that's what it was.
I said, crazy. If he the baseline.
Man, click everything, dude.
That's how you set it off. For real.
Said it.
What's up with it? What's up with it?
What's going on, man?
What's going on? Welcome, everybody. This is another episode of Shoot the Shot, No Blocks. Got a very special guest to honor today. My man's, my homie, Jay Slash came to rock with me today. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? I appreciate you stopping.
having me.
Man, I appreciate you coming through, man. You know, I've been talking about it for a minute. You locked in with me, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No doubt.
For sure. But yeah, so we're just going to get started, man. For those who do not know you, just getting familiar with you.
Yeah.
What is your name, what you represent, and what you got going on?
I know for sure, man. You know, you want Jamar Green and you want Jay Slash, man. I think it's same person, two different lanes. So I guess we'll start with, you know, just my backstory and how we got to this point, you know what I'm saying?
The story, okay.
So, you know, I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I moved to Columbus, Ohio when I was about 3 years old. Okay. And, you know, I'm a Buckeye for sure, Steeler for sure, no question. And then, you know, just moving here, I feel like I got my lane from 3, you know, growing up all the way till I was, you know, middle school and high school. I was, you know, Central Ohio, you know what I mean? A lot of my foundation comes from youth sports, you know what I mean? So a lot of people that, I would say like my first transition or my first chapter in my life is basketball, you know what I mean? Because that's where a lot of my youth friendships come from, a lot of my experiences come from, you know, AAU and different traveling things I was doing to try to, you know, get better, you know what I'm saying, the support I had and everything like that as far as sports. That was my makeup, you know what I mean? I think once I left Ohio after high school is where Slash started to come more into effect, man. But nah, man, Jamar Green, educated, entrepreneur, father, corporate America, as you know.
For sure.
I mean? You know what I mean?
Got a code switch with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to have different lanes. But, you know, that's more Jamar Green. You know what I mean? When I came back from North Carolina, I was able to come back with my master's degree.
Okay.
And I think just having my master's and coming back home, trying to find a career was pivotal, you know what I mean, for my transition when we talking about corporate America. And with things that come with Jamar Green, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I've always been, you know, education first. The same thing I preach to my daughter, having that foundation, having that, you know, that fallback plan. You know what I mean? A lot of entrepreneurship is a lot of risk, you know what I mean? But having that fallback plan, I always tell people to springboard off their foundation, and then you can kind of like incorporate your hobbies and try to see if your hobbies can turn into, you know, a lifestyle or income and things like that. So I always tell people get your education and, you know, and things like that, man. But yeah.
I see with that, like you mentioned a lot of like community involvement. I see like you, from the basketball to the corporate world to even your entrepreneurship and everything. So with that, with you being heavily involved, heavily engaged in the community, what you believe that you like represent as far as like the creative scene, the community involved scene within the city of Columbus?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I would say, you know, outside of me having my brand, you know what I mean, Man on a Mission is something that's my makeup, you know what I mean? So with that is a clothing line, you know what I mean? So I would say that's like my Columbus creative scene, is just having a brand and a clothing line lane that I was able to create off of my brand. But it's, you know, it's more than just a clothing, like, you know what I'm saying? That's Man, the mission is a way of life, right? Okay. So the clothing line is allow everybody to, you know, put something on, have something to represent their grind. So that's always beautiful. But I would say besides that, you know, me and my parents are business owners and bar owners in Columbus, Ohio as well. We have two bars, Retro Lounge, located on the east side of Columbus. And then we also have Rewind Lounge, located on the east side of Columbus, but in Whitehall. So, you know, we've been at it for the last 3 years. and it's been a blessing, man, to you know, a lot of people don't have like a family business, you know what I mean? Something where you're talking about generational wealth opportunity. So, you know, it's always a blessing. I always thank my parents for, you know, putting me in a position to you know, build off of that for sure. Yep.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So speaking of just no, let's backtrack. Let's go with the brand first.
Mm-hmm.
Which year did that start? Which year did you officially launch? Like as far as the clothing brand with the hoodies, the sweatshirts. I see you dripped out right now.
Oh yeah, man, on a mission, man. I told you it's a lifestyle, man. I don't play about it, man. You know, it's crazy. I'm gonna get into your answer, but give you the answer. But I haven't probably wore nothing else for the last 5-6 years, bro.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I let it represent me all across the board. But October 1st, 2020 was the launch date. Shout out to my cousin Chase, man. We was able to put our heads together and come up with something that can represent everything I had going on. You know what I mean? So I had a guy in South Carolina. He's another battle rapper, Spades. He came up with the logo. And ever since then, man, me and my cousin Chase really just been shout out to Royal Visions. That's what he do. But yeah, we put our heads together and try to figure out, like, you know, what could really stick. You know what I mean? And I think the Man on a Mission, Woman on a Mission brand has really been a foundation in Columbus, man. But yeah, October 1st, 2020. What's ironic about that is, like, 15 days later, after I started the brand, I got in like a car accident. You know, my whole life has been basketball. But even the weekend before I got in a car accident, I just gave a 30 ball out. You know what I mean? So everybody know, like, basketball is my number one.
You're a hooper.
I'm a hooper, bro. But
sure.
Well, it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that, you know, tears me up, because it was, man. You know, ever since that car accident, I haven't been able to hoop. I haven't touched a basketball for 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? I broke my patella in my left knee 4 places. I was in jeopardy of losing my left leg, and by the grace of God, you know what I mean, I was able to you know, grind it out, you know what I'm saying, go through physical therapy and save my leg, and then, you know, but it's never gonna be the same. Like I said, I haven't touched a basketball, but I'm blessed to have my life more than anything, so I'll never have any regrets with that. But yeah, man, and I think I always joke with my boy, like, I got sympathy sales at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in my crutches, I was in my leg, you know what I'm saying, but I got sympathy sales. Like, I was literally, bro, like, getting sales out the Bahu out the gate. Like, soon as my brand dropped, man, I had a pile. I remember my first post. I had a pile of hoodies, different colors, different sizes, and I was like, "Hey, I got this color size or this size amount, this size amount." Man, people was hitting me up like, "I want one." It was $40. Man, I was going crazy early, so I'm like, "Oh, this is really about to hit." You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's been a blessing ever since though. But yeah, October 1st, 2020, man, when I launched the brand, for sure.
Okay, so from 2020, we got 2026 now. It's bigger than just Columbus. You know, we see battle rappers. It's almost, you want to say global. Everybody wearing them now.
Man. Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
Global. I mean, literally, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Ann Kimball, like, in Australia, bro. Like, he's, you know what I'm saying, got some shit. Like, it's literally global now, and I appreciate that. Like, but more so than, you know, it started off locally, and then it was able to, like, grow to something that I didn't even know it was gonna grow to. You know what I mean? Honestly, awesome. Like I said, it's just me and my cousin, so it's not like it's all these hands in there and different percentages go out this way. Nah, it's like literally just me and cuz. Like, you know what I'm saying? The vendor who I pay. You know what I'm saying? Me and cuz. That's it. So yeah, man, it's been a blessing for sure, all across the board.
That's what's up. So how can someone, if one want to get a hoodie, wants to get some merchandise, how can one reach out to you or reach out to?
I'll say you know, you got to hit me up on social media platforms. So, like, everybody's like, "Oh, Slash, you got to get a website and stuff." Well, the website, I had a website for 2 or 3 years. Oh, yeah, that's just a regular hoodie for sure. Yeah, I like it. Oh, Man on a Mission, man. I had I obviously had my website for a couple years, but I really didn't like it as much as because I was like everything is custom made, right?
Okay.
So I like the opportunity for everybody to reach out to me personally, get a personal purchase, which means you talk to me directly. You're not talking to a website. You're not talking to a computer. You're able to hit me up personally, purchase your order. And I think that that's something that really, like, was able to like that personal connection and build rapport with the
That real
community.
feel.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
real feel. So every purchase feels personal. You know what I mean? And so I think that's something different that I offer to the game. A lot of people have websites and stuff they can order and manipulate the colors and stuff like that. But I will literally reach out to you like, hey, what do you want? What size you want? What colors you want? And we're gonna put a combo. Or maybe they might just send me the shoes, and I might say I got something for you. So to reach out to purchase something, man, it's just you can hit me up on Facebook. You know what I mean? Jamar J/Green. You can inbox me, Instagram /in-the-building. You know what I mean? I got my email address, first and last name, Jamar Green 27 at Gmail. So you can like. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely reach out.
You're
to me
reachable. You're
personally.
touchable,
Yeah, I'm
for
touchable,
sure.
man. You know, if
I
you
dig
lucky,
that.
you get my phone number and we really do a personal connection. But we'll see. But nah, other than that, yeah, social media is a good platform to just reach out to me, man, and get a personal experience for your purchase for sure.
Well, y'all got that, man. If y'all want to get y'all a hoodie, go ahead and reach out to them on Instagram,
for sure.
Facebook, whichever one you can get it on. All right, as we keep going, though, you mentioned the battle rap scene, and your impact on it has been, you know, crucial for us, especially on the Midwest side for
Nah, for sure.
artists from Ohio. So, what would you say is how you apply the battle rap life to your everyday life, to the entrepreneur? Like, how they coexist?
Yeah, man. I mean, I would say work ethic. You know what I mean? You got to put in a lot of work in to whatever you're striving to reach and whatever goals you got to put in that work. You know what I mean? So battle rap is obviously it's a lot of politics, just like anything else. Right. So sometimes it's not about how good you are, but sometimes it's about timing. You know what I mean? And I think that's just like that coexists with life. Like you can apply for 1,000 jobs you want. It's about who you know, not, you know, what you know. You might reach somebody,
Definitely.
you might be at a corner store one day and meet the CEO of somebody, you know what I mean?
True
So
enough.
it's all about timing, man. I think timing and work ethic is two things I could say that coexist between battle rap and things, because a lot of people are good, but a lot of people have not got on. You know what I mean? I've been blessed to be on the two biggest platforms in the world in battle rap, but there's a lot of people who strive to get that. And I'm not saying I'm the, you know, they're not better, worse, but it's about timing. And are you willing to put in that grind that like the part that you like doing it your part? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part, like a lot of people don't put in their end of the stick. God gonna meet you in the middle, but a lot of people don't meet you, like do their work itself. But me personally, bro, last 10, 11 years, bro, it's been a grind. It's been a grind, like every day. You know what I mean? Writing and getting prepared for. I'm 40 plus battles in, so having to write all those rounds for different opponents, man, and lock in on top of everything else you got going on, bro. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? People don't understand how crazy it truly is, but it's nuts, bro. It's nuts, the preparation for battle rap, and where your mind has to be for you to be on top of your game. So, yeah, man, I would just say, work ethic, timing, resiliency. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get knocked down. You might lose and think your career is over, because that's one thing about battle. It's like boxing. You lose, like, it's like, damn, you know, am I even ready for this level? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but you got to have resiliency to be able to bounce back from, you know what I'm saying, whatever thing you
Speaking
have.
of levels, dog, it's like, where would you say as far as like different leagues, different, like, where does it equate as far as level? Like, you get your blue room battles, then you get your small stages. Like, how does it?
It's level, bro. When I tell you it's so many levels in battle rap, bro, like, it's like somebody could say they're a battle rapper and never touch the stages that it really truly mattered. Or somebody could say like they battle rap like me and I'm just walking around in the store, they would never know the stages that I touch. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just more so, you know, it's levels, bro. It's levels. You got URL and RBE and King of the Dot that like probably represent the top 3 major leagues. Then you got like We Go Hard, I Battle, Riot, you know what I mean? Different leagues that are like a big league, but just not the main stage. You know what I'm saying? So as far as your gauntlet that you got to go through all those to get to where, you know what I'm saying, the main stage most of the time. So yeah, it's definitely levels to this battle rap shit. Like even being in the NBA of it, it's Murder Mook and Lux, and I'm nowhere close to them, and I'm in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
But there's a 12th man on the bench. That's a two-way player.
I get it.
He might be in the D League one day, come back and be on the roster the next day. Then there's Bron James. You know what I'm saying? So it's level, but that two-way player is still in the league. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta definitely take it for what it's worth for sure. But it's definitely levels, bro.
And then even with the level, like when you get your shots, and then you take it like, okay, we say like you get the Murder Mooks, Luxes, then when we go down the league, you got your Geechee Gottis, your Tay Rocks, Sue Surfs. Go down another one, you got what your Fonz, Rough Nitties, and
Yeah.
so what would you equate yourself in these levels? Because you just had a battle with Danny Myers, and I think you did it amazing. If I could say so myself.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, I think, you know, I would call myself a mid-tier. You know what I'm saying? I think that I've reached levels to where a lot of people will want to, but then once you reach them levels, I haven't probably navigated as far as you can go within those levels. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it depends on how you gauge it, man. Like, what's your goal? And what you feel like is suited as accomplishments, you know what I'm saying? Because I was on Max Out, which is the highest event you could, probably the second highest event you could possibly be on in battle rap history. You know what I'm saying? Like behind like a Summer Madness for URL. So, you know, being in the Blue Room 2 times, and then in 2023, RBE was League of the Year. So we was league over URL, you know, and those are the two. That was the year that I was able to be in the Blue Room twice. So, you know, it just depends on how you what your level is and what you're trying to accomplish. Because for some people, I don't reach the pinnacle. You know what I'm saying? Being at that level, but then there's some people that's getting $50,000 to battle. I ain't never got that. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's hella levels, man. It's levels, but I'm just appreciating my journey, bro. I can't even front, bro. I love it.
For sure. You just had a battle like Danny Myers.
Danny Myers.
That battle, coming off that win, what's next for you?
We got 2-on-2 coming up, man. You know, I'm appreciative of it. First of all, let me hit on the Danny real quick. I'm appreciative of that, man. Shout out to Doc. iBattle was able to set me up with that type of quality of opponent, bro. That was like something on my bucket list. You know what I'm saying? That was something on my bucket list that I ain't really did, was battle a top tier. I done battled mad mid-tier guys. I done been on every stage, every league, but I ain't never battled a top tier dude. So to battle Danny Myers, where he's on some people's Mount Rushmore, he's on some people's GOAT Talk, and to get that dub, let's not get it fucked up. Let's not get it fucked up.
Throw that in there.
Gotta throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? To get that win, it meant a lot to me, man. It just kind of showed me like where I was at as far as, you know, who I can compete with. And because there's still levels. Like I said, it's still levels. Like, just because you beat Danny Myers don't mean you should be on Mount Rushmore. It's different situations on how people may, like how hard he may go, or how prepared he was for you because of you being like a lower level guy.
Right.
And you know, niggas don't know not to play with me like that. You kid.
Excuses,
like
whatever you may say.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Dig that. Speaking of bar, with that battle, the highlight the Retro Lounge bar.
Retro Lounge, man.
Yeah. So
what I say? I don't even. What I say? I said.
We say.
What I say?
All you do is battle rap.
I said all you do is battle rap, Danny. What I say? Drop a tear. I mean, we all lost. What the fuck do you do besides battle rap, Danny? And you still ain't a star fraud. Retro Lounge made over $1 million last year. Y'all tell me who really the bar guy. Like, that's a fact. But look, this was crazy, though. That was probably, to me, because I'm in the mix of battle rap, bro, that was one of the most, when you asked me earlier about how does, like, battle rap connect with real life, that was probably one of my favorite, and if the battle rap culture really, truly knew about, like, everything that's going on, that's one of the craziest name flips to bar life bars ever. Danny Myers calls himself the Bar God, so it wasn't like random. I said that. You know, that's his nickname, that's his alias, Bar God. When but the backstory to that is though, it's crazy, bro. Like I called. That's the first bar I wrote for that battle.
Oh, she set it off with it.
That's the first battle. So, but I called my mom though. Shout out to mom and dad too. They big battle rap, not big battle rap fans at all, but they're fans of me. So they'll watch all my battles I said, even if they're not liking the content, they still gotta, you know. So shout out to mom and dad. But I called mom. I'm like, hey, I got this bar I want to say. Can I say it? Because I was ready to say the numbers for real. Like, one point, the whole detail. She's like, no, just say $1 million, stuff like that. I'm like, all right, cool. So I had to phrase, but let's let's not get it twisted, bro. Like that bar you know, it come with, it's like, let's not get it twisted, bro. Like, there's a lot of overhead when it comes to this bar shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, profit and and revenue is two different things. You know what I'm saying? So let's not get it twisted, because that bar has gave me a lot of hell. You know what I'm saying? Since I've said it, because people like, oh, you got this, you got that. Chill out. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It is a blessing to have, you know what I'm saying, to be able to say that bar and to be able to have that overhead, to be able to cover that overhead. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, you know, like I said, shout out to my parents for putting me in a position to help build something that was a staple of Columbus already. Retro Lounge is a staple, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when we was able to come in there and add our, you know, our touch to it, our culture, expectations and things like that, bro, it was lit for sure.
Well, Retro Lounge, like you said, it's been lit for a minute, so it's been as part of the Columbus creative system, the ecosystem for a while.
Yeah.
So where do you think it's set as far as just the bar life? Like, you know, you got Prime.
Yeah.
What's one out west?
You got so many
you got DNS.
Mad bars. I mean, you know, like I said, we're a staple. You know what I mean? And and Retro has been a staple. So I'm not going to take all the credit for just us, you know, building it to where it's at. But we was able to, like I said, put our spice in it, put our style into it, and I think people appreciate how we give back. I think people appreciate like we put out what we expect. You know what I mean? Okay. So like where we come from, we're all educated, we're all business minded, and we run our bar the same way. A lot of bars are ran maybe a little fluky because it just depends on like how they're flowing their money through the pipeline and stuff like that. But my mom is like really like legit with making sure she does everything the right way. You know what I mean? And then, so ain't no cutting corners, man. So we was able to really take that and then add our brand and our style to what was already a staple. I mean, we've definitely flourished over the last 3 years for sure.
So for someone who's trying to get into tap into the creative scene, whether it be battle rap, whether it be bar ownership, entrepreneurship, community involvement, whatever they're looking for their niche and they just feel stuck or they ain't really can't find a way, what's your advice? What guidance? What would you give them?
You know, I would say, you know, be true to yourself for sure and be about what you're putting out. I think that's the main thing. I think some people like Man on a Mission is a brand that people respect because they see the grind. You know what I'm saying? They see all the accomplishments that I was able to do through grind. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got my bachelor's, got my master's. I was able to play college basketball. I was, you know, I was able to come home and get in the corporate world. I was able to start a clothing line and a brand and it's things. And it's like, Man on a Mission. It's like, what does that truly mean? You know what I'm saying? That's like pure grind. That's for sure. Reaching a goal, you know what I'm saying? Reaching a goal that you don't know like where the end of the tunnel is, but you still grinding towards whatever you decide to grind towards, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it's relatable. I think that's the second thing. Make something relatable. If I would have put Slash on a mission, it wouldn't have popped the way it did. You see what I'm saying? But by me putting Man on a Mission, Woman on a Mission, that's something that everybody can relate to. And then also you put it on, it's like, this is my own grind. And the missions is so different. Like my mission was, you know, getting my master's, getting to the NBA battle rap and starting a brand, you know, But it could be like, my mission is to just pay my rent this week. So whatever that may mean, you know what I'm saying? Whatever
for sure, that's real.
Every mission is so different, so it's relatable. I've had so many people call me like, bro, I'm on a mission for this, or I'm on a mission for that. I put my hoodie on, and it made me motivated or encouraged me to, you know, go get it. So like, yeah, it's I love the brand, bro. Like, you know, it's my makeup at this point. You know what I mean? For sure.
You got the brand, the battle rap, and the bar. Triple B's, you doing it, man. So
damn, I ain't even think about that.
Yeah, you really doing
Triple B's, man. I ain't think about that. Brand, battle rap, bar. I like that.
Sure,
I like that,
sure.
Man. For sure.
Man, so what's next for you, though, man? Like, as you keep leveling up, as you keep just progressing and advancing, what's your next steps? I know you said you got the 2-on-2 with Ghost coming up. Shout out to Ghost.
Shout out to Ghost, man. Shout out to my dog Ghost. We about to smoke Ace Amin and Swervo out of D.C., man.
I'm definitely going to be in attendance. I need to see that.
Yeah, man, like, you know, we talking about, like, the next thing up, man. Definitely, like, that. I haven't been in the culture eyes in a while. Even my battle with Danny was on iBattle, respected league, but the culture wasn't tuned in. Some events is, like, culturally, like, accepted where everybody's going to be watching at that particular moment. Well, this battle coming up April 18th, yeah. is something that the whole culture is gonna be watching. So I'm excited to like remind niggas. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know people always look at me as being like inactive because I got so much other things going on. But battle rap is my passion, and it's so easy for me to click the off and on button. You see what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Like I will literally put everything to the side to smoke it off for this month though. Like, so don't ever get it twisted. Like, it's other things that will stop my, you know what I'm saying, grind toward battle rap. But you know, that's my passion. You know what I'm saying? So besides the 2-on-2, shout out to Ghost, we got those guys coming up. And then I got a big battle coming up after that. I'm gonna keep that under wraps, but it is gonna be in Columbus. And if all things work out, this will be Slash versus one of the GOATs, man. And I think if that shit playing out the way it's supposed to, city gonna be on fire. You know what I mean? But let's take the first thing, you know, the 2-on-2, man. Me and Ghost gonna do our thing, man. I think that's gonna be able to like set the tone for everything I got else going on. But
I get that.
Besides that, man, you know, we're still building Rewind, 1058 Country Club Road, Whitehall, Ohio, man. Come up, pull up, open 3 to 11. You know, we're trying to do different things with that, you know what I'm saying, as far as just building that and getting more people in there to see how we run things. You know, we got Retro still going crazy. But I guess as far as like the next big thing I'm trying to get like a storefront, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I got enough
Nice setup.
momentum, enough, you know what I'm saying, material, you know what I'm saying, enough inventory
You got the backing.
yeah, the backing, the support, the community support, the knowledge and everything, man, to try to get the storefront, you know, coming from a business mindset and then also coming from like the street grind too. Like I got hoodies in the trunk right now. You see, I
hopped out
I got
for
hoodies
me.
in the trunk right now. I'm not gonna never be empty-handed. I don't always have what people want, but I'm never gonna be empty-handed, bro. Like, cause you know, but I would like to get a storefront or at least be in the store. Like, I don't necessarily gotta own the store, but at least have my inventory in the store so people can start, you know, seeing it more. But that's probably my goal for 2026, man. Taking everything that I do, whether it's corporate America and leveling up, and you know, a more of a director role or something like that, or taking a brand to the storefront, battling GOATs, or
For
you know what I'm
sure,
saying,
that's your
everything that I'm
thing,
doing,
yeah.
bro, just trying to take it to the next level. Because it's
That's
like I
awesome,
said, man,
bro.
on a mission is weird because the mission's never complete,
Understood, yeah.
which is stressful. I ain't gonna get it twisted. This shit's stressful, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, not knowing like if you've done enough or if like. So yeah, that should be crazy sometimes, but I fuck with it though for sure.
So when you gonna be content? You say you don't never know what.
Never,
what's your
Sean,
thought?
come on, man, never. I ain't got no bread. I need some more money. I ain't never gonna be content, man. I need some more bread, bro. Like,
feel
you know what I
that.
mean?
So
You know what I'm saying? Like the economy is set up for you to continue to grind. Cause when you think that shit is cool,
Right, when you get
bills
complacent.
go up, or
Inflation.
something is inflation is the craziest thing in the world. So it's
Nah,
like
that's
you
real.
know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think like a lot of our goals, like especially in the Black community, like, oh, let's hit 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like you gonna have to go way higher than that to like really live comfortably. You know what I'm
Complacent,
saying? Like
yeah.
6 figures 6 years ago was
Complacent
a
is right.
beautiful thing, but now it's like you gotta figure the shit out still. Like, you might still be living check to check, or you might have that 1 or 2 checks that where you okay, now I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? After like I done paid this bill, I got a nice foot. But it's just man, and like I said, with the bar life, it's hit or miss. You gotta, like, the weather could stop shit, the everything in the community could, you know what I'm saying? You might have 6 bars throwing the first Fridays, and we're trying to throw our first Friday too, and then, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that can manipulate that, you know what I mean? So, but entrepreneurship, man, is waking up every day and putting in that work, because the day you wake up and say, I ain't doing shit, you ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no money, bro. And I've had to deal with that with Man on a Mission, because the bar took over so much that I had to like kind of slow down on Man on a Mission. Me and my mom had talks about this all the time. Like, damn, like I used to be popping with battle rap and Man on a Mission. This bar that took over my whole damn life. But
Nah, you switching
I
it up.
found my niche now after 3 years to where I can separate the bar and separate everything else to really, like, you know what I'm saying, turn up on my other things that I'm passionate about, for sure.
Got your balance between it, like you said, with juggling it off.
It took a while though. It took a while. It took a lot of. I got gray hairs now. I ain't have gray hairs before the bar, man. It be stressing me out. For sure.
So at the bar, man, what we got right here? What's this? What we looking at?
Oh man, shout out to DJ Drew, man. One of our home bar DJs. He My birthday December 7th. So he got me this bottle. You see, it's right here. I don't be drinking crazy or nothing like that. But he got me this bottle on my birthday and had all the staff sign it for me. You know what I mean? So when I came into the bar, this was gifted to me, man. We had a good big party that night, and it was fire, man. So I always appreciate it. So I ain't really touched it like you said, you know what I'm saying? But I brought it tonight. It was a special occasion, you know what I'm saying? To get a little.
I'm gonna touch it for sure.
Hey man, go ahead. Let me get a little bit too while you at it. I got a close retro tonight, so they're gonna be like, oh, you.
Oh, they waiting.
They coming in. You coming in here lit? Nah, I ain't going there until like 10. Look.
But yeah, man, well, I appreciate you coming to step through with us for the night, man.
Yeah, man. It was I appreciate having me, bro. It was always a long time coming, and I appreciate you.
No, for sure. Just the progress, man. Like I said, I appreciate you locking in with me. I told you I've been trying to do this for a while. You really came through, show me some love, so I really do appreciate that, man.
No doubt.
Much love to you on your upcoming battle. Like, I'm gonna be there for sure.
Oh yeah, man.
Check you and Ghost out. Ghost
me
was
and
the only nigga I seen, man.
Ace, I mean, it's Swervo, man.
I want to see that. I seen Ghost made a nigga quit walking the corner, smoke a cigarette. So I know he a dope nigga.
Yeah, man. Just don't get it in, man. So we gonna have fun. We gonna have fun out there. That's the main thing, man. Just reminding people and having fun. I think those are the two things I'm gonna focus on, man. And it's in my city, so.
You got sure. I got something for the city one time, man.
The culture in my city, so I gotta go crazy, man. Like I feel like we brung them here, so
they still got the momentum. Like what you well, you won't be winning for a minute, but definitely off the big one from Danny, then the win early. So let's keep it going, bro.
I'm gonna try to keep it going, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in and out of motivation for battle rap, though. You know what I mean? That causes a different mentality, and so when you know what I'm saying, and like the money with battle rap is cool, but it's like you know what I'm saying, whatever. When you get booked, I got other shit to focus on. You know what I'm saying? I am fighting with reaching all my accomplishments. So that's why it is. So my friends, you know, shout out to Lil, Skis, Rail, Major Green. Also too, check out I got 2 documentaries on YouTube. Road to Top Tier, Volume 1, Road to Top Tier 2, Part 2, shot by my dog Major Green out of North Carolina. It give you some background. It give you some background on like kind of how I got my battle rap career and how I got to where it's at. And then, you know, preparing for the Danny battle and stuff like that. So definitely check those out on YouTube. That's pretty much it, bro. Like it's a blessing to where I'm at, man. And I just got to keep striving for greater heights for real.
Definitely, man. Well, we look forward to just see you continue to accomplish great things, man. You've been doing it. Like I said, you've been on a run for the past 4-5 years.
I've been on a run, man.
Those
It's
things,
you know
great,
It's
bro.
been some hiccups, man. You know what I mean? But it's the support from just my family and friends, bro. And you know, I've been grinding for a minute, bro. So I appreciate. I ain't always been like this, you know what I mean? I ain't always been like this. It was basketball, man. But then opening my minds to other ventures has definitely got me. Is the definition of man on a mission. Come back for sure.
Full circle. I'll come back around.
Full circle, yeah, for sure.
Right,
sure.
Well, I appreciate you, Jay Slash.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Thank
Yes, sir.
you. This is another episode of Shoot Your Shot, No Blocks. Till then, next month, we got another guest. Till then, 2 fingers.
Yes, sir. 2 fingers, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, my top.